What's going on, everybody? Today's video is another Persona 3 Reload, the PS4 video. I wanted to cover some of the stuff like the characteristics and some of the other things that I mentioned before, but I didn't really explain too well. Everybody has characteristics for the theurgies. See, his is weakness amp, it's the second one. His you get from the Persona Compendium percentage. It changes according to that percentage. As you see hers, she's actually got her second one on the characteristic, where her healing spells only cost 25%. And each person's got two, and the way you level those up is whenever you're here in the evening, you'll see like a little blue smiley face. I don't know if anybody, easiest way to tell is go to the screen. Nope, nobody. But some people will do, everybody has two different things that you can do with them, and you got to spend time with them 3 times in each one of them to get a characteristic. Some people, it's watching movies, which movies will increase one of your stats when you're watching, but you got to do it 3 times to upgrade the characteristic. Another one is they'll be right here, and they're wanting to help you in the garden. Another one is they'll be right here, wanting to cook with you. And then the other one is up here on the 2nd floor. Right over here. They'll be over here by the bookshelf, and they want you to read something with them, and that's how you unlock your characteristics. So they're good to keep track of. Which it'll tell you once you've unlocked a characteristic, what you're doing, spending the same type of time with them 3 times, it'll tell you that they're not going to learn anything else. So that's a way of keeping track of which ones you've done and which ones you haven't. As you can see, I waste time. I wait until the last possible minute to save the humans from Tartarus. You see the door up top. Sometimes you'll use a Twilight fragment to unlock a chest, and one of those doors will appear on the floor. They're definitely worth doing if you don't keep your party levels even. Like if you have one party that you use more than the other, and your other people get underleveled, because whenever you get one of those doors to appear, and it's random, but you have to use a Twilight fragment to unlock a door, to unlock a chest, and every time you do that, there's a chance that one of those doors will appear, and it has to be a regular level. It can't be a set level like this, you know, the ones that have the set chest, but you have a chance to make one of them doors appear, and the most it'll give you is 13 levels. It'll you can increase up to 2 party members' levels up to 13, or if they're closer than that to your main character's level, up to his level. But at most, they'll do 13 levels, which is definitely worth doing. And it doesn't cost anything aside from the initial Twilight fragments you have to spend to open the chest. But again, it's random, so I mean, you might do 15 of them and it never pop up. Then again, you might only do 1 of them and it pops up every time you do one. So it just depends. Another thing is there's these giant hands called greed hands or greedy hands or something like that. They're like the treasure hands, the gold ones, but they they take all the loot on the level.
Oh, there's a treasure chest.
And whenever you get to a floor that's got one, they'll meet you at the stairs at the floor as soon as you start, and Fuka will ask you if you want to chase it. Now, before you get, let's see, I think it's Tartar Search. Yeah, before you get Tartar Search, you actually have to guess. You'll chase it, and the best I can tell, there's not really any tells as to which direction they run. So you just kind of have to guess which was it take the left or right to follow it.
I've got this.
But if you have Tartar Search, you can use that. So actually you want to use that, and then that'll map out the map, so you'll automatically follow it and fight it. And they give you all the items that were on the floor. Plus they give some pretty good experience too. Another thing that I like that they added is this right here. On the other games, when you found someone, you had to take them back, and then you had to make your way back to whatever floor you was on. Although on this one, you can choose to have an escort, which it doesn't really matter aside from loading times and, you know, taking time for that. Because if you choose to take them back to the entrance yourself, whenever you go back to the teleporter, you'll warp right back to the same floor, and it'll already be mapped out as much as you mapped it out. So it's not like you have to, you know, redo like you did on the original.
Does the water from the waterfall flow?
Little bastard.
I guess there's no end to a
Bastard.
person's curiosity.
I don't know why I'm fighting him. I don't need the experience.
Oh, we're in this situation. It'd be great if we can defeat it.
Everybody's like level 80, I think.
Where it hurts. Go for it.
I think they're level 80. Something like that. No, the main character's 99. I'm wrong for this, but I'm gonna be wrong. The other thing is the monad doors. The monad doors will always have one enemy, and then once you beat the boss enemy, there'll be 2 chests at the end. One of them will have a type of gem in it for your item creation, and then the other one will have whatever item you need for item creation. Like it might have a nihil sword or you know, whatever. And it'll always be one of the item creation items that's in there. Another thing, the easiest way to tell where the exit's at is the green cog, bright green. Even if you can't see the stairs, you'll be able to see that green. You know which way to go. Next, there's the monad passages. They're only on set floors, and they're always there. Whereas the doors will disappear if you leave the floor they're on. And if you just go over forward and then warp back, they'll be gone. They're not gonna be there no more. But the passages are always there, and they're always the same, but it can vary as to what's in there. Usually there's at least 2 floors that you go down that'll have an enemy on each floor, or may just have one enemy on the second floor, and they have chests in them. It's usually like 1 per rare item, and then the other thing that'll be in them is they'll have a chest that has usually a tarot card in it, as well as a book. And the book increases the number of major arcana you can draw a day. Because like by the time you get to the end, the top, you'll have enough to draw all the major arcana. The downside to getting those is it takes some more arcana to get the arcana burst for collecting, you know, your maximum number of arcana. But it doesn't really matter. As I said, some of them are definitely worth getting because they give you an extra pull. Another thing, it's pretty cool, is that on New Game Plus, see, I've already got the weaknesses scanned. Well, not all of them scanned, but I mean, I've already got what I've used before scanned. As far as the theurgies go, everybody gets 2. Koromaru, he starts off with 2. And then you unlock the second one whenever they unlock their next persona. When they unlock their second persona, or their upgraded persona, or whatever you want to call it, when they get that, it unlocks their second theurgy. So I guess that's when Koromaru starts off with 2, because his doesn't never upgrade. He's always got the best one he can get. And the main character, his is the Persona Fusions from the original game. There's nowhere near as many as there was on the original game. There's only like, I don't know, 5 or 6 or something like that. There's nowhere near the number it was on the original game. And the way you get it, I suspect you're supposed to have the two that perform the fusion. You're supposed to have them in your inventory or in your persona slots whenever you unlock it, and you go to the Velvet Room, and Elizabeth will give it to you. Will unlock it for you. But that being said, I think they're kind of glitchy still, because for the King Eye, I had Black Frost, and I'd fused Black Frost into King Frost or something, and I ended up having to get Black Frost back while I had King Frost to unlock it. But hold on, I'll show you which one it is. whenever I had, let's see, Jack Brothers and Scarlet Havoc. I got those while only having one of the personas with me, because like Jack Brothers, I'd had Jack Frost, but I'd done something, I'd fused it or something, and then I got Jack Lantern and or Power Jack for the classics, but I got him and it gave me both of them. Which I don't know if that may have been like a introduction to it, but Scarlet Havoc was the same way. I had Siegfried, but I didn't have Mitris, but I'd had Mitris before. He just wasn't in my stuff, and it gave it to me. And then Armageddon, of course, is Hillel and Satan, and that one I had to have both of them with me to be able to unlock it. And the only downside to it is it drops your life and your SP to 1 when you use it, but it kills anything, so it does 9,999 damage to it.
Let's head out.
I think that's about it. All that I wanted to cover on the stuff that I may have mentioned but didn't really explain. I know the characteristics, it doesn't tell you that each person there's characteristics can be upgraded a second time. It doesn't tell you that, so I figured I'd let that be known. But that's really all I got. I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all take it easy. Have a good one.